Taylor Swift, the Eras Tour movie has been a roller coaster, with AMC theaters announcing that worldwide ticket pre-sales have exceeded $100 million. The first day's revenue alone exceeded $26 million, breaking the box office record. Many industry experts expect the film to fall in line with Barbie and the Super Mario Bros. These films both have grossed more than $1.3 billion to date in their biggest opening weekends of the year. But where exactly does Taylor Swift Eras Tour fall in records? These numbers are staggering, but they're just another part of the economic impact of Taylor Swift's epic Eras Tour. The tour has grossed around $1 billion and will continue to break records as Swift goes to Canada, South America, Asia, Australia, and Europe. Throughout 2023, Swift's tour generated huge revenue for every US host city as fans turned out to see her, in many cases spending thousands of dollars on tickets, seats, housing, clothing, and goods. It's not just about music, storytelling, or branding. She's also pioneered the business model. Cities are continually short of cash, so the impact of the Taylor Swift economy is that cities will have revenue to invest in public infrastructure, transportation, safety, and planning.
Safe, yeah, we are safe!
That's just a stupid boulder!
It's not just a boulder!
Taylor Swift, the Eras Tour. Swift is on her way to becoming a billionaire. But the real financial power of the Swift brand lies downstream with industries and individuals benefiting from her presence. And the numbers are staggering. In May 2023, the Federal Reserve of Philadelphia noted in the Beige Book that Swift's Eras Tour stop was a boon for the city's tourism industry. The tour's opening night in Glendale, Arizona brought in more revenue for local businesses than the Super Bowl, held at the same location earlier this year. Overall, there's a lot of money moving around the country. A June estimate from market research firm put the economic impact of Taylor Swift's Eras Tour at $5 billion on the US economy. After 2 nights of performances at Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio, the region's Travel and Tourism Bureau reported that Swift brought in $90 million to the greater Cincinnati area. These concerts, held on June 30th and July 1st, each brought together approximately 60,000 spectators, many of whom traveled to the area to attend the performances. Downtown Cincinnati hotels had a record 98% occupancy rate, and hotel revenue doubled year over year. The Visitors Bureau estimates that Swift was responsible for $7.9 million in additional hotel revenue for those 2 concert dates. When fans spend more money in specific geographic areas, that amount will go to businesses there, employed by people who live there. As local people earn more money, they also have more purchasing power. This involves other local businesses. On July 14th and 15th, Swift performed 2 concerts in Denver, Colorado at Empower Field at Mile High before a total of 140,000 people who contributed a total of $140 million to the state GDP. What impacted that increase was that Swift's increase in GDP allowed a lot of money to flow into the local economy instead of going elsewhere. This is the opposite of what usually happens. Most of the increase in GDP is due to exports. Instead, with Swift, money is exchanged between people within the country and is more likely to circulate within the country. Data from the US Travel Association shows that Swift's fans spent an average of $1,300 on tickets, travel, and clothing to attend the Eras Tour, a figure much higher than the typical cost of a concert. In fact, that total is comparable to fans spending for the Super Bowl. The average ticket price is $254. That for fans, the value lies in more than just the performance. Anticipation
What are we waiting for?
and preparation play a key role in how people spend. The same survey found that fans spent nearly $300 on apparel worn at shows and about $215 on concert merchandise. Participants justify the additional expenses as parts of the memories, like a big trip. Not only do the Swifties themselves spend money to attend, but those around them who have not yet entered the venue are also pumping money into the economy. For example, parents dress themselves and hold pre-show parties in the parking lot. However, as staggering as the average spend is, Swift is performing 53 times in 20 different venues, not counting international dates, which will add more than 50 shows to her repertoire. Putting on a concert is expensive. The logistics involved, from stage production and catering to costume designers, are costly. And Swift herself seems to know that. According to TMZ, Swift paid a $100,000 bonus to each of the approximately 50 truck drivers who transport her massive products across the country. She also offered bonuses of varying sizes to the entire touring staff, all worth $55 million, which they could spend as they pleased. These windfalls of income, which often exceed the recipient's annual salary, can have a significant impact.
The sweet smell of payday.
In some cases, some of this money will be used to pay off high-interest debt, which could increase people's purchasing power and ultimately allow them to pump in more money in the economy. These bonuses can also reduce both financial and psychological burdens. The Eras film has generated signals that Swift will continue to have an economic impact. After the decline caused by the pandemic, audiences are returning to the cinemas in droves, especially when certain films are presented as must-see pop culture events. Last year saw blockbusters like Tom Cruise's Top Gun: Maverick and James Cameron's return to Pandora with the Avatar sequel, with the former grossing over $1.5 billion globally, and the latter becoming the third highest grossing film of all time with worldwide success of $2.3 billion. This year, several films have achieved great box office success, including the cultural phenomenon Barbie, grossing more than $1.4 billion all around the world. Second place went to the movie Super Mario Bros., with total global revenue reaching more than $1.3 billion. It's no surprise the movie has earned an A+ cinema score from ticket buyers, many of whom will be back for repeated viewings. AMC Theater's Chief Content Officer, Elizabeth Frank, thanked Swift for bringing the movie to the big screen. She said in a statement, "With tremendous recommendations and fans buying tickets to see this concert film several times, we anticipate Taylor Swift: The Eras Tour concert film playing to big audiences for weeks to come." The concert film is on track to gross about $150 to $200 million in its opening weekend in the United States alone. The Eras Tour movie is expected to rank at number 20 at the 2023 global box office after just its opening weekend, and is sure to climb even higher from there. What do you think? Comment down in the section below and don't forget to like and subscribe.